Hello, welcome everyone, welcome. If any of you guys are new here, my name is Mochi and I am a digital artist here on YouTube. Today I am just working on some tree studying. This is actually a rough draft of a tree that I drew earlier, so I'm kind of just trying to replicate that a little bit and kind of make it a little bit better if I can. Welcome. Welcome everybody, welcome. Yet again, if any of you guys are new here, my name is Mochi and I do digital art here on YouTube. So feel free to check out my page, like the live stream. I would love to have you guys here on my channel. Just trying to get these branches to look pretty much like branches. Some of them look a little bit too chunky right now, which is okay. And if any of you guys are wondering what art app I am currently using, I am actually using Procreate. If you were just starting out art or just a beginner in general, I would definitely use IBS Paint. The software is definitely very much simple, way more simple than Procreate, but I wanted to give something a try, so I am currently using Procreate. I'm probably going to start going live much more now, especially since we just entered a new year. And my plan is to study more on, different types of stuff like trees or rocks, mountains even. And that's what I am trying to do for the new year is go live more and study more on these certain things. I'm actually mainly going to focus on two types of trees today. I'm not exactly sure what this tree is called, but I'm going to recreate this tree that I just drew a little bit ago and focus more on pine trees as well. I kind of already know how to draw pine trees, but it's really good to practice, especially if it's something newer. So that's what I will be doing today. Just trying to mess around with the shape a little bit in the branches, trying to get that shape that I want. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, since I kind of like the shape of the branches, I'm going to start adding those bark details. So I have some of those notes here actually. Hello, welcome Carlos, welcome. That is perfectly fine. Hopefully you can catch me in my next live. I actually have a little bit of a different setup today. I finally got a desk and a stand for my iPad, so I am definitely in a very more comfortable spot for lives now, thankfully. I'm doing my nails right now. I wish I could get my nails done. They look horrible right now, but I'm actually trying to grow them out currently. I'm going to reshape this top a little bit again. I just feel like it's a little too pointy and too tall. Without even looking, they probably say, "Thank you so much, thank you." I probably will be live for maybe about 2 hours today, hopefully, depending on, the study process and stuff. So hopefully I can go live for a little bit for you guys today. And if any of you guys are also artists as well, feel free to study with me or just draw along with me in general. I would absolutely love that. Hello, welcome. Yes, it's definitely been a very long time since I've went live, but I decided for this year I am definitely going to go live for at least 2 hours, at least 2 times a week, hopefully. And I plan on doing study drawings on my live streams now. So hopefully I can keep to that. Actually, I think I did a live stream last month, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but I know it didn't go well. It definitely did not go well. My stream ended up bugging for some reason, and I didn't go back on live, to be honest. But I did go live for a little bit. Hopefully we can get some more people here in the live stream. I know I kind of just started, so I'm not expecting too much, but hopefully we can get some more people in here today. Christmas break ends today. No. Oh my lord. At least it's kind of coming to an end of the school year, I think. I'm not exactly sure. Every school is different, but at least you guys are getting close. Oh, May. That is still definitely a very long minute from now. See, at least it's your last year of high school, though. At least that's something to be proud of. Right now, I am currently adding the first layer of the tree bark, so that's why it looks a little splotchy. I'm failing the mid-year. Oh no. Yeah, it definitely sucks when you're on break and you go back and you get a test and you pretty much just don't remember anything. Next year, I'm going to 5th grade. So you are almost halfway through middle school, and that is honestly amazing. And it goes by really quick too, trust me. Did Carlos join earlier? He actually did. He said he couldn't stay though, sadly. If any of you guys are new here, my name is Mochi, and I am a dictional artist here on YouTube. Feel free to like the stream and subscribe if you are interested in art. This is what our tree is looking like so far. I'm just going to add a little bit more splotchiness. Maybe a little bit on the bottom. I will be going back in with a black, so I'm not worried too much if there's too much of that white color on there. And I'm going to take a lighter color of that. finish my Christmas break assignments. That is perfectly fine. Get what you need to get done. And hopefully I can see you in my next live. Just trying to replicate that bark look. So I just keep switching my colors just to try to match that up as good as I can. I feel like that definitely looks much better now. I'm not worried too much about the top because that will be covered with leaves. Might add maybe a little bit more black in there on the bottom, but I'm pretty sure this is how I'm going to keep the bark. I think I'm going to go back in with the black just one more time. Hello, welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. You sound different. Yes, I'm actually trying to talk more in my regular voice. I feel like I talk very high pitched when I talk to people, so I'm trying to get used to that. I take it you don't remember me. I feel like I kinda do, mainly because the first part of your username. But it definitely has been a very long minute, I would say. The one and only. I'm trying to get a emoji cat YouTuber to quit for good reason. Uh-oh, what happened? Yet again, if any of you guys are new here, my name is Mochi and I am a digital artist here on YouTube. Feel free to check out my channel. And made gore content of them. That's horrible. Yeah, definitely report their account and do the best you can with that because that is absolutely horrible. I feel like I'm definitely liking the right side more than the left. And the left one is just the rough sketch, so which is good. She doesn't post as much. Yeah, I definitely don't like when people kind of go behind YouTube's guidelines and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of people break rules, of course, but just stuff like that definitely isn't right to do at all. I also do apologize for the glare on my iPad. I will probably try a different angle next time I go live, just so I can see what works best for me. And then said I don't have proof. That is just wild. Hopefully we can get some more people in here tonight. I hope everyone had an amazing Christmas break and an amazing New Year's. Definitely very excited for this year. Always very exciting to start new pieces and work on new things as an artist. Just trying to darken up the shade just a little bit. I feel like I kind of made it a little bit too light. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. I'm actually still recovering from being sick last week, so I do apologize if I'm sniffing here and there. What do you plan on making this year? I actually have two drawings in the work. One of them is a Cinderella drawing. I have posted that a few times, and my last short is a drawing I'm working on currently. It's kind of like a horse drawing. I didn't really reveal the entire piece, and I probably won't do that yet. But those are two drawings I'm working on now. I do have 4 drawings that I kind of have ideas on, but I probably won't reveal that just yet. What I do want to do this year is definitely work a lot more on backgrounds and just take my time with my pieces. I have a girlfriend now. How is that going? That's amazing. That's awesome. Especially the fact that going into a new year with a lover too as well. Kind of just adding this golden color kind of to show that there's maybe light reflecting off of the leaves. Maybe add some up here as well. Moved my iPad just a little bit so you guys can see that a little better. I can't find my hoodie anywhere. I wonder who the culprit is. Not her. Too lazy to find it. That is very, very real. I lose stuff all the time in my room, and sometimes I'm just like, I give up. No, I can't find it. It's like sometimes when you're looking for something, it feels like something or those objects kind of just disappeared into a whole different dimension. I think about a week ago, I lost my earbud and I couldn't find it for like 2 weeks, a whole 2 weeks, and somehow it ended up in my laundry machine. But it still works though, so I'm not complaining. Kind of blocked out some more of that bark color, mainly because there pretty much is a lot of shade going on here due to the leaves. So I'm just blocking out that color a little bit more. How do you manage that? I have no idea. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Definitely way better than my little rough draft there. Very, very satisfied with this. Gotta blend this out a little bit more here. If you haven't liked the live stream yet, please do so. It supports me a lot, especially getting my lives and other people's views. And it helps a lot. I lost a pair of shoes. How does that happen? I couldn't even imagine just losing a whole pair of shoes. That would be crazy. I found them on my stand thing. I think I would probably lose my mind if I ended up losing a pair of shoes. I've actually never used this brush before, so this is kind of fun to kind of mess around with this brush here. There's a lot of brushes I haven't used on here. Oh. I think I found said hoodie. At least you found it. In a pile of clean clothes. That definitely makes sense. I think I'm going to make some of this just a little bit taller. The weird looking jacket, not the hoodie. Uh-oh. Yet again, if you guys haven't liked the live stream yet, please do so. It helps me out a lot. It's dirty though. At least you found the hoodie too, so that's good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of just erase some of the blurriness so it stands out much more. Imagine not watching Moji while doing laundry. Imagine. I think I am definitely very happy with the results of this tree. This is my first time drawing this type of tree. And it definitely took a very long minute to kind of get the colors down and get the shapes right, but I think it kind of looks good. You want to play Roblox sometime? Funny thing, I actually don't play Roblox as much anymore. I play it now and then, but like very rarely. I don't know if it's because of the whole thing that was going on with Roblox, or maybe the games got a little bit more boring. I have no idea. I play GTA more. I haven't played GTA in a very, very long time. I had to buy it online to get it though. Yeah, I have no idea what I did when I had GTA. I think I literally just had it to have it, but I played it maybe a few times. Before I say I am done with this tree, I'm going to add a few more branches towards the top because it does kind of look a little unfinished, at least to me. Franklin is good looking though. I think that is pretty much it for this tree. I do feel like I could have added maybe a few more details to it though, but I think it looks pretty good. It doesn't look too bad, to be honest, especially for my first time drawing this specific type of tree, but maybe I should probably practice on this tree a little bit more in the future. I definitely like it though. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get rid of that reference there, and I'm just going to scooch this over, maybe to right there. It looks too realistic. I am definitely trying to work a little bit on my realism here, so it does kind of have a little bit of that, I guess, cartoon look to it a little bit, but I'm glad that it kind of has a little bit of a realism look to it. So what I'm actually going to do now, I do have some more reference pics up here. I was going to try to attempt this here, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I am going to practice a little bit more on my pine trees. So I'm going to do the same type of step I did with the shape, I guess, of this tree. And I am currently using the medium brush and airbrushing. So I'm just going to take that black color again and kind of just make a stem. Now the thing with pine trees, they have kind of like a thinner, I would say, body to it. There's a lot of pine trees that are very skinny and some that are very wide, but I'm going to kind of try to attempt one that's a little skinnier. Earrings in GTA are too expensive for earpieces, I ain't gonna notice. It's been so long, I have no idea about any of that GTA stuff. Very, very long time. Alright. So what I like to do for branches, this is some of my notes here. I like to use the leatherwood brush for like extra branches and the hearts brush for the main branches. So I use two brushes for the branches here. I'm not exactly sure where those brushes are located, so I'm just going to skim through and try to find those here real quick. Next time I go live, I might do some rock studies. Here we go. A homeless man tried to fight me and got knocked in one punch, bro. All that talk and only took one hit. That is crazy. So what I like to do here is I like to turn the opacity down a little bit just so I can build that up. So it kind of just looks like that, and I can build some of that darkness up if need be. In GTA, obviously. Kind of trying to find that right size. I think this was probably good. So I'm definitely going to take my time on this. Should I do Devon mission or Lester mission? I'm gonna go with the Lester mission. I was thinking about doing a tutorial on how to draw pine trees, and for some reason I actually did do a video on that, but I didn't upload it, and for some reason I just couldn't edit it, sadly, but hopefully I can try to redo that here. The trick with pine trees is that they actually, let me grab a different brush for this. Pine trees usually start with a point, kind of like the top there, and as you go down, they kind of do, kind of like a little arrow. So towards the top, it kind of has an arrow, and the more it goes down, it gets straighter, and then at some point, it just starts going the opposite way. Of course, what I'm trying to do here is try to make it look fluffy all at the same time while using that technique. So that's why I am trying to take my time with this. It's also good to have gaps in there too, because a lot of pine trees tend to have a lot of open branches like this. So it's good to make it look like it has a lot of gaps. Just trying to darken this up just a little bit. What I'm actually going to do is put snow on this pine tree because that's kind of how I first learned how to do pine trees. And I feel like it kind of gives it a good effect. Snow is definitely very fun to draw, especially on trees. And see that it kind of has that effect to it now, that very fluffy pine tree look. And I'm just going to keep repeating that on the way down. Around this area is when those branches start to curve the opposite way. Trying to make sure that there still is gaps here and there. Another reason I like to use my brush at a kind of lower opacity is because when you're layering, it kind of gives it that look that there's maybe a tad bit of green in there. And of course you can add green if you'd like. I usually don't. Sometimes I like to add Christmas lights to my pine trees as well. Even if it's not a Christmas themed drawing, I think it kind of makes it look cool. Hello, welcome. This guy ate nowhere. I'm not worried too much if the branches don't look quite right because I will be going back in with the Leatherwood brush. If you guys haven't seen my Christmas drawing I uploaded, feel free to go check that out as well. Drawing, I definitely practice more pine trees, specifically for that drawing actually, and it's definitely helped me a lot. Now this is becoming the area where the branches start to go the opposite way, so I'm gonna slowly start to bend those branches down. Oh, I see them now. Kind of just blocking out some of those open spaces a little bit. I do want to keep some of those in there. And if I have to reshape the tree, then I have that option as well. Right now, I'm not focused too much on that. I'm kind of just trying to get that main shape in there. I can hear cats fighting outside. I have a lot of cats in this area as well. You don't see them as much when it's kind of cold out, but I have a lot of cats over here. Now I'm starting to get to those last branches. Trying to make those look a little bit more realistic here. May have jumped off a building and died. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the Leatherwood brush, which might be in my favorites already. Yes, there is. Alright. So what I like to do with this brush is I like to use it for the branches just to make it look a little bit more realistic. Maybe add some more branches in there along the way. Kind of just fluffing this tree out and reshaping it as well. And I probably will reshape this a little bit more. It is a little bit too wide for my liking. So I will make this tree a little bit more narrow. Why I get so quiet. I'm just focusing. I'm just talking now and then. I'm gonna try to fix up the bottom here. I kind of want to have that tree stem showing just a little bit. Sometimes you guys just have to trust the process. Tree drawings are very, very sloppy at first until you start adding those details. I'm going to go back to the hearts brush and I'm going to block out some more of that color. Maybe turn that up just a little bit. And this is the tree base. So it definitely is all over the place. Maybe block out some of that color a little bit more there. Let's see what it looked like before, actually. Alright, so what I like to do from here is add snow. I really love adding snow to my trees, so what I use for that is the Rainforest brush. Let me see if I can find that. Here we go. And instead of adding a pure white, I like to add kind of like, I guess, a light bluish color. or maybe a light gray. And I'm just going to add another layer just in case. But I'm just gonna start scribbling in some of that snow, some at the top a little bit there. Some of it can be clumped up or separate. And I probably will go back in with a lighter color, kind of to make it look like the snow is reflecting off, or the light is reflecting off the snow. But I will go back in with a lighter color here. It definitely adds a very pretty effect to it. At some point, I will probably learn how to draw pine trees as is, but I do like to add snow to trees. It definitely looks very, very pretty. As you get towards the bottom a little bit, it tends to look a little bit more chunked up in the middle. And it gives it a good effect if you do this as well, because those trees, or not the trees, the branches that are supposedly in the middle are pointing towards you as the viewer, so it kind of gives a good look to it. Makes it look a little bit more realistic. And then it looks like this. Definitely a little brighter on camera, but that is okay. I've done 40 of 69 missions. That is a lot. I actually might add a little bit of green in there, but what I'm going to do, which is why I actually put the snow on a different layer, see if I can go in with a dark green, kind of add some green in there, just so it looks a little bit more realistic. Kind of just blotch it around. Doesn't have to look perfect. See what that looks like. Once you learn how to actually draw trees, it kind of is easy to get it down. I accidentally clicked off. That's okay. I think I've drawn pine trees about, I don't know, maybe a few times. Not many times, but it definitely sticks with you after a minute. Now what I'm going to do is go back to the rainforest brush, and I'm going to do a little bit of a lighter color and kind of just go in as highlights. It also makes it look a little bit more fluffier, which I really do like that effect. Just gonna keep dabbing around this lighter color. I might even add maybe some snow around the tree as well, kind of to add a base like how I did with this tree. What I like to do as an extra effect, I kind of just like to take, I guess we can take maybe a soft airbrush here, turn it all the way down for the size, and kind of just maybe not that low. Kind of just dab around little dots, kind of to make it look like there's smaller pieces of snow on there. I could probably turn that up just a little bit more. This is why I tell a lot of my younger artists here on my page to kind of just be patient when you are learning how to draw. Because sometimes it can look bad at the beginning, and in the end, it really does turn out beautiful. If any of you guys are new here, my name is Mochi and I am a digital artist here on YouTube. I am currently doing a tree study, so feel free to like the live stream or subscribe. Kind of just dabbing snow in areas I feel like is kind of missing some of that snow. A lot of those open areas. Could probably add a little bit down here. And just with pretty much 2 brushes, you can make a pine tree look very, very realistic. Especially if you want to add snow on trees, make that clump look to it. What I'm going to do is fix up this top just a little bit. I'm going to go back in with that black color. And just to add a base, I'm going to go behind this real quick and add some snow. Trying to find that right color here. I don't know if I'm actually going to keep this or not. I just want to see how it looks. It looks much better to have a base than just having the regular tree like that. I'm gonna go in with a darker color, kind of like a gray. And I'm going to blend that out just a little bit. Maybe not with this brush. I like to use a soft brush to blend out snow. Sometimes it gives it that fluffy look. Makes it look much more realistic than it's supposedly supposed to look like. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just blending that out. Could probably add maybe a little bit more gray in there. And that is how I draw pine trees. So pretty much kind of a little bit of a process, but it is definitely very easy to draw it. Kind of just blending out the snow a little bit more. And here are the two trees I drew today. Definitely very proud of how this one turned out. I wasn't expecting it to turn out that beautiful, to be honest, especially since it's a newer drawing or newer tree for me. So very, very proud of these two trees here. And I might go live, I guess maybe another time this week as well, to study more on rocks maybe. And maybe I'll learn how to do another tree as well, but we'll see. So that is all for today's live, and I hope you all enjoyed. I do love you all very, very much, and I hope to see you guys next time.